Now, I know before I hear it from everybody, yes, I know this is the ideal setup, but I'm trying to show off the boom arm. So before anybody gets mad at me for having this in a weird configuration, that's why. Now, I know I've been dragging my feet on finally jumping in on the Elgato boom arms, and I'm sorry for that. They've been on my list for some time, but I can't lie, boom arms don't exactly do a bunch of movement on this channel. That said, I saw the Fallout series from Elgato, and well, this just shot up to the top of my list. I mean, come on, it's Fallout. I need to own this. So then let's take a look at what this low profile boom arm offers you. While at the same time, let's take a look at the differences between the low profile style and the standard boom arm. Also, by the way, I got a ton of Elgato content on the way if that's up your alley, including the new Stream Deck and XLR dock. And I also have a video planned comparing the ecosystems between Elgato and Rode. So if you want to check that out, get subscribed so you don't miss that. So right off the bat, I got to talk about a big annoyance. This thing came with a loose base. Now, it's not a big deal for me to fix, but if you don't have the tool for it, this is legit annoying. Just a couple Allen keys and you're golden though. Weirdly enough though, the arm comes with an Allen key, just not the right size to fix any of this. Other than that, from a build quality perspective, this thing's actually a beast. I didn't realize these things had a metal body. I always thought they were plastic. This thing is built so awesome. Now, it has a lot more range of motion than the much more expensive OC White arms, but it also has a much easier setup with these tightening bolts. And I think the end connection for the mic has to be the bell of the ball. Get it? Ball joint. The ability to move it around freely is literally a game changer. More companies need to do this kind of thing. It's the best solution that I have seen. Now, one really annoying thing going on here, you see, I love the cable trays and how they integrate into the arms. It's brilliant. Magnetic, it's just awesome. But those magnets are only good if they stay in their home. And these ones are not staying in their home. And it's just frustrating because this is only on the top arm. So this thing actually just pulls right off, and it actually falls off when you're not paying attention. And once it falls off, it's a real pain in the ass to get back in, as I'm pointing out right now. Come on, there we go. This is a massive annoyance, and I don't know what the best fix is for it, but I think some contact cement is going to be the way to go. But it does seem like a really weird oversight on a particularly decent quality of product. Now, one of the things I love about low-profile boom arms is the cable management. Not having an elevated cable is a really nice thing, and generally, with the hang-down types of boom arms, that cable can actually get in the way, which isn't an issue with low profile. And I do love that Elgato took the internal routing for the cable as well, instead of making it go along the side of the body. Now, this is plausible with standard boom arms, but it's rarely integrated, but the Yellowtech boom does offer it. Now, in case you missed that video, you can check it out up here. Now, on the Rode booms, you do have the ability to route cabling along the top and the back, and I do know some people that use that for a splash of color to their setup. That's cool too. Gonna put the headphones on for this one. We're gonna actually handling noise. Now this is a metal hollow boom arm. I mean, I guess most of them are, but you can hear when you actually handle the boom arm, you do get a lot of resonance coming through. So let's switch over to the Rode one and see what happens. I would expect the Rode arm to actually deal with the handling noise a little bit better, just because of the wrap on it, which allows it to kind of dampen some of that sound. But to be perfectly honest, all boom arms are going to have some sort of handling noise. The best option here is to keep your bloody hands off the boom arm while you're talking. Just keep your hands off. It's easier. In a lot of ways, the difference between low profile and the standard boom arms is probably personal taste. That said, the hanging down boom does have its own vibe. The one real big standout for the low profile, though, is just keeping it out of the shot if you're doing video. Now, I know that might not seem like a big deal for a lot of people, but when you have a few faces sitting around the table and you have multiple camera angles, it can be annoying to have these boom arms all blocking certain views, especially when you have a host moving them around as they talk. There's something to be said for having a low profile just to stay out of the way. But on the other side of that coin, the strength of these things is also their weakness. Most desk spaces have issues with these arms, especially if you have anything on your desk. It's why I had to stop using my old OC White on my desk. So unless you have a super clear desk, this just might end up annoying you. Okay, so I have to admit, the whole Fallout series of gear from Elgato is pretty slick if you're into the game. I only picked up the arm because I basically had everything else, either on the way or already from the older reviews. But I can't imagine for the kid who's just starting out and with somewhat rich parents, this is kind of like a dream kit. That is, if you can find it all in stock. Right now, it's looking to be rather slim in pickings. That aside, I think when push comes to shove, nothing beats the on-camera view of a low profile. Outside of aesthetics, though, the space you're in and the layout of your desk is probably going to determine your best bet. Now, if you're like me with a fully loaded desk, these low-profile arms might not be the best bet. But if you need that ninja-style boom that is stealthy, you're willing to keep your desk relatively free of clutter, it's a great option. And come on, it's Fallout. That's just awesome. Cheers, guys, and thanks for watching.